and the boys are right. Oh, this is ladies' night. Oh, hunky boys.
Hunky Bois. Welcome to tonight's episode of Ghoul Talk
I'm
with
AnnaHelle, and I am here with.
Steph Infection. We're your hosts, so buckle up because we got booze. Booze, booze, booze.
The only place you can find Ghoul Talk is on Horror Punks USA TV on YouTube. Only
Hit subscribe. Don't just watch. Hit.
I think it's here.
Right back.
Maybe it's here. So for tonight's episode, we want to talk about something that is very important in horror cinema, of course. It's an important trope, if you will, and that is hot shirtless dudes.
Who doesn't love hot shirtless dudes?
I'm here for hunky boys.
I mean, all the hunky boys.
Now,
Not my hunky boys.
they are your hunky boys. This is it's such a long list, and there's a crazy history. But we figured we'd start somewhere that made a lot of sense to us in the late 90s, early 2000s. I guess we're aging ourselves, but we don't care. Whatever. We have cocktails.
You know, we're 30-something.
All right, let's start out with a classic, and we had a lot of discussion about this. Ryan Phillippe, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, 1997. And I think this is a place where a lot of this started. You know, we also had Freddie Prinze Jr. in that movie, but he was, I don't believe, ever shirtless. He's in a black tank top. But Ryan Phillippe...
We had this discussion because you were like, I like the dark, guys of Freddie Prinze Jr. I was always blonde hair, blue eyes, and especially that curly hair. Like, I had a huge thing for Justin Timberlake from like the Mickey Mouse Club. So like Ryan Phillippe was like right in my alley, and I was obsessed with him. And
he's like, all the tension of the movie is happening, and he's like boxing in the little gym to like get it out, and then he hits the showers. So we have the shower scene trope in a horror movie. Huge for males and females. But remember, today we're only talking about hunky boys. And so that at that point too, he walks through in just a towel, and then
and they have him walk up one aisle towards the front, and then they have him walk back towards the other one, and you see his little tush, and it's all tight in that wet towel, and then he comes back up again, and I'm like, oh my God, I just wanted that towel to fall.
So yeah, I'll give Ryan Phillippe 6 abs. 6 abs way up. All right. So let's the next one I have here is Christian Bale in American Psycho from the year 2000. This
I'm a big
No, you didn't think so?
No.
But if you just look at the physique, you don't think about the list. So the whole thing about this, to accentuate his like psychopathy, was his just neat, preened figure and lifestyle.
When that came out, though, it was just not one of those, I was in that teen heartthrob kind of thing. So when I saw that movie, I remember, I'll be honest, like I was too young to appreciate it. And I remember seeing it with friends and being like, I'm not watching this. It was like boring to me.
But look at him now. Look. So it's hot, shirtless, hunky boy. It's shirtless, hunky boys. Look at him shirtless. Like, I'm seeing nobody fat.
He is a favorite. Like, so many people like love him and are so attracted. And I think that movie didn't do it for me with him. Like, even though he's like shirtless and in his undies and in the shower, we see his butt. I mean, he's got like an incredible body.
There is like so much man butt in horror.
So much.
Like, can we just did. Whoa. And men usually write these things. So I guess men like to see other man butts.
I think they just know that we all have a little taste of
like a work of art. It's like the Michael,
like the boobies, and we get the girls' boobies, and we get the guys' butts. That's like what we get.
I have a beautiful note here that says, show me the do you know what a cum gutter is? Right. Okay, so In the research, this painstaking research I did for this topic, I note a lot about cum gutter. And that is in no way upsetting. It was clearly a 2-giggle moment. Let's move to 2001, another weird year in history. I want to talk about Paul Walker, RIP, in a little movie called Joyride. Do you remember this one?
Never saw the movie. Love Paul Walker.
They do a thing on a CB radio, and then that person like tries to chase them, and it's him and Steve Zahn and Lily Sobieski.
Rest in peace. I would have given anything to touch that body.
Yeah, so how I term it is like I would give him a shot at the title.
Ooh.
My title. Like it's a belt, like a championship belt. So now we are jumping ahead 2 years to 2003. This is Scott Speedman in the first Underworld movie. Delightful little romp between vampires and werewolves, aka Lycans. Kate Beckinsale, beautiful, strong female character. Delightful. So, and he's also shirtless as a human, and when he's like transforming into like monster persona, that's
blue, yeah.
And it's basically him in blue makeup. Pretty damn cut. Good pectoral proportion.
He's like one of he's thin, really thin, and like super cut. It's like everything is just in order.
Ryan Reynolds, Amityville Horror, 2005. Jesus titty fucking Christ. I mean,
no, there's something about him that makes he's just so much more sexy, because he's not like typically sexy, and there's always something goofy about his eyes. I know people say,
because of the dark hair and the dark beard, or like the perfectly chiseled,
but he's
or
funny.
Pajamas
Even
boner.
when he's not trying to be funny, he's funny. No. The way he says things that come off, I don't know. Even all of his movies, I just think he's like, oh, he's so sexy.
So
and
this
he's got like the deepest. He's got the deepest V.
Are you ready for? Here's my notes: cum gutters, PJ boner, fucking axe. I'm just like fucking a yes. Also, he plays the dad in this Amityville Horror, and I was like,
"Yo, daddy."
I have a note here that says, "What's he doing in the boathouse?" Oh no, he's all wet. I would also call him daddy. Meow.
No, dude, if he was my whole full-blown daddy, I'd be doing that.
Like, nobody's dad is that fucking hot unless you are Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds is the dad of like what, 2 or 3 girls now? He's so hot. There was this whole thing around prep schools and horror movies. Did you watch my clips? Because like, you know it's a prep school because they have a swim team, so they have money.
I was on the swim team.
So your school had money?
No.
Probably more than mine. My high school didn't have a swim.
It's a Catholic school.
So the gorgeous thing about the Covenant is that there are many little dudes on the swim team, and we get baby Sebastian Stan. We get Taylor Kitsch, who is smoking fucking hot. Like,
I didn't remember. I remembered him only from Waco, being David Koresh.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
The only thing that I like recognized him when I saw his face.
And this movie is fantastic because there's a full-on shower scene, there's a full-on shower fight scene. All the boys are in their little swimmy Speedos, but also none of these actors you don't really see anymore. Like what happened to them, but who cares, because sploosh. Cabin in the Woods, 2012. We're gonna round out the 2000s here. Baby Chris Hemsworth Nudie torso. This is, I think, one of the first
a long
movies we
torso,
got with
too.
Chris Hemsworth, like, shirtless.
I loved him because he in this movie, he wasn't like overly cut and like overly perfect. Like some of the people that we've even talked about, like even like Ryan Reynolds and Christian Bale, and
He's shirtless because they're swimming in a lake, and that's natural. And it's like, meh.
that movie, it started my forever crush on him. So
He's smoking hot, that's for sure.
all right, everyone. Thank you for watching another episode of Ghoul Talk with Steph Infection and
Hell.
or there. Sorry, I don't know if we're up. Vogue. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please remember, we're going to be that annoying set of people. Hit that subscribe button wherever on your screen it is. Please hit it. Watch us. Don't just hit the link. Hit subscribe. Helps us out. So until next time, this was Ghoul Talk. Bye, Scream Hearts.
Later, Hellions.